I'm gonna wait to see if anybody pops on.
Okay.
Oh, I think the chat wasn't ready. 1 second. Why is it going so long? Come on. It's not gonna. Oh my gosh. Why is this doing like that?
Mm.
Okay, I don't know why it's not loading over there. Is there anyone here with us? Or is it just us?
It says one waiting.
I think the video is not loading. Okay, well, we're going to continue with or without anyone.
One watching. There we go.
Okay, well, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
We're going to continue. And hi, Kaylee.
Hey, Kaylee.
Love. So there we go. Hi, Leanne. Okay, sorry, guys. We got to do the video again. David accidentally deleted it. So it might be better because we'll be a little bit less emotional and less, I don't know, less everything. But so it's with heavy hearts that we are here to say that Chris Wiggs passed away on June 20th. He was 74 years old. He passed away in his home in France with his loved ones. We had the honor of being able to bring the news to the Polly Pocket community. Kate wanted me to share with you guys. Yes, we are in correspondence with Kate. So I don't even know where to start because I feel like I said everything in the first video. Why don't you take over?
So we have been corresponding with Kate, and we were really excited at the Hearts Collide event to honor Chris and to honor Chris and Kate and the legacy of Polly Pocket of 35 years.
Yeah.
And just excited to just have Maud, Barbara, just everybody to celebrate the community. And we found out this morning early that from Maud that he from Kate.
Now you're misspeaking.
Yeah, that.
So we found out through Kate, and she wanted us to share with you guys in the community. So we get the honor of doing that. But Maud was the one who was able to create the post on New York Post. If you guys want to check out that website and the article is phenomenal. It really does justice for Chris Wiggs' memory. Is that the right word? Memory?
Yeah.
Memory and legacy and celebratory. So it's, to me, like I've been crying here and there. Just it's so. He made it to 35 years of Polly Pocket being alive. 1989 to 2024, which is incredible. He got to see how his legacy changed. The one thing that I know for him, he didn't understand how much he impacted the world. He didn't understand what he did for the girls, boys, all the kids around the world. And finally, at the very end of his life, he was starting to understand how much his invention has impacted. And the incredible story and the legacy here is the fact that there was a dad who created this toy for his daughter, and that is the true legacy of Polly Pocket. Yeah. And I just want to honor that, and I want to. It was going to be really cool. Like, that was a surprise guest. Our surprise guest at Hearts Collide, when Hearts Collide, was going to be Kate Wiggs. We were possibly going to be able to get her dad up on a Zoom call to just give him honor and praise him and say thank you so much for what you have done for my generation, for the next generation, for so many generations to come. This toy took the world by storm, you guys, and he is a phenomenal inventor and creator, and I don't think he understood how much he impacted little girls and little boys and moms and dads and grandmas and grandpas and nieces and nephews, aunts and uncles. Like, he impacted so much. Like, his toy is world renowned. Like, everybody knows what a Polly Pocket toy is. And what he did for his daughter is truly phenomenal and inspirational. And we wanted to give him that praise, that honor, that glory, just to say thank you. And but now we get to do that with his daughter Kate, and she gets the baton, or the torch is passed to her, and she is carrying that for her dad as best as we know. And after talking with her, over the last several months, and just being able to create this really awesome, amazing friendship, at least to me it is. I know she has fun talking with me, but it's one of those things, like we are so we're so we're so inspired by what her dad has done for her, and I'm inspired by what her dad has done for her as well. It's one of those things, like, you hear the story, but to actually be in a part of the story, she's still like mind blown about the whole process, and to see that there's new collabs going on. I just shared with her the other day. I just shared with her the other day the cake worthy items. Like, if you guys know about the cake worthy drop, and I shared, I was like, Kate, I was like, oh my gosh, look at this stuff, and she got a cake out of it. She's like, they don't ship to the UK. You need to pick me up some. I was like, hands down, I will send it to you, like, no matter what. So she is inspired, and she is it's just, I know, and this part, this is just to have this happen. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit still stumbling over words, because I truly admired and honored, and I know some collectors like this. It may not matter to you, but to me, it mattered. Like, I don't know if you know how David and I work, but through this whole time in the collecting world, it's never been about money. Like, money is nice. It's great. I was able to double up my collection. I was able to do things, but then it started to turn into, how can we help the legacy of Polly Pocket? How can we help to promote this community that matters? Something that is going to be honorary to Chris. Like, that was my dream, was to just like honor Chris, to honor his legacy, to honor and to not prolong, what am I trying to say, to protect the legacy, the true legacy. And there's been a lot of talk in the community about certain things. Certain things have come up and have been said that are not true, but I've been silent this whole time. I've been keeping my eye on things, and I have true confirmation, just because I know Kate, and because of Maud, and just, there's certain people in the community that are going to bring you the truth and the reality of what is truly happening. Not stories that are being fabricated, not ideas that are being fabricated, but there's a true legacy, and that is what David and I hold on to. And
along with Maud, and along
yes,
with Kate
and Barbara.
And it's what's something really, not to interrupt your thought, but it's
Yeah.
really cool. We've talked about the heart of Polly on
Oh yeah,
on this channel, and
so much, and that's the thing, is like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm taking
No.
over a reason. But one, go ahead.
Yeah.
It's my children. One thing I will say is, it's never been about reselling for me. And if you guys can't tell that, I'm sorry. If you think I'm just like this crazy reseller that has these showcases and that sells out or whatever it is, that's never my heart. My heart is always to bring fun and joy, just like how Polly brings fun and joy. And just like how Chris brought to his daughter. That is the true legacy, okay, you guys? And my heart is always to do something fun, to do games, to do prizes. And that is why I didn't want to talk about our special guest yet, about Kate, because I wanted to surprise you guys. I wanted you guys to be like, oh my gosh, we get to meet Kate. And like, the cool thing is, she wants to continue. Oh, sorry, I feel like I have a hair on my lip. She wants to continue to possibly be at one of the next events. Her heart is here for the community. I know it's been, I was talking to David the other day, and I was like, when was the last time Kate and Chris have been inside the collector community? And I feel like the last time she actually showed her face and actually stepped into the community was when she did her interview. There's an interview on YouTube somewhere, but this will be her first time stepping out again into the open, into the collector world, and it's a new world for her. So it's been one of those things where she's trying to understand what the collector community means, how crazy it gets, what, the odds, the ends, the positives, the negatives, the pros and cons of everything. So
is she okay? No.
she's okay. It's one of those things where, I'm sorry, I got distracted. It's amazing, okay? And I can't wait to see the future and the hope of the torch being passed to Kate and what she wants to do, because she is incredible herself, and her dad left her this incredible gift and this incredible memory. Like, He literally made her this toy where she played with it for hours and hours and hours and hours, and finally he brought it to life and gave it to Bluebirds to license there. And the story is just phenomenal, and like, and it grew. The toy, and you'll read this in the article too, in the news post, New York Post that Maud wrote, and in the article she wrote about that Chris created the toy and the doll, but then when Torquil got involved, he was the one who was like, Polly needs to bend. And then they brought this toy to life and they brought it to market, and so many people, it flew off the shelves. You know, there was highs, there was lows, and then obviously down to the ultimate in 1998 when Mattel took over. Bluebird was going under, so that's why Mattel took over. It wasn't that Polly Pocket may have been going under; it was that Bluebird as a whole was going under. So let me correct myself: Bluebird Toys as a whole was going under. So with that, we just want to really honor and respect the history and the story of what this dad did for his daughter, and we stand with Kate and her family. And as an honorary thing, I'm gonna find out. I don't know if I said this already. I know I said it in the other video, but I'm gonna say it again. In honor of Chris and what he did for the community and what he did for millions of children around the world and families, and even the people who worked at Bluebird Toys, he helped create jobs that served food on the table for those children and that family, and he created jobs to help these people in the factories and in the Bluebird offices, etc., and they were able to, you know, serve their family and have a home over the children's head. It's like the whole story is just inspirational and just wonderful if you look at it. So in honor of that, when I find out when his services will be, when his funeral and the ceremony, etc., will be, is that how you say it? Ceremony.
Oh.
So is it a ceremony? It's a funeral.
Celebration
of life. So when his celebration of life is, I'm going to personally shut down all of the activity on the Polly Pocket groups, just so we can stand in honor of Chris Wiggs. So we're going to ask like the collectors who really care about the family. We're going to ask the buyers and the collectors and the resellers to not sell and not buy on that day, and just to stand in memory of Chris's memory, or to stand in honor of his memory.
And we also ask that we are not monetizing this video.
Yes.
We ask that you would share this video in the groups among friends. And
that's a great. Yes, this video will not be monetized. We are standing together with Kate, and the reason why we didn't want to monetize this video is because we want this video to be shared. Because I talked with Maud this morning, and we're just trying to figure out like how can I bring the attention to the community, and like the best thing that I know how to do is to go live with you guys, to be upfront, to be transparent with you, to share. Because it's one thing to read a post, like you can read it and you're like, oh, that's great, like it's great information, I understand, but to actually hear like the heart of the community, like where we're going, what matters, because it's not about a toy, you know, a toy line is dying. It's about a legacy of what a dad did for his daughter. It's not dying, it's going to be passed on, if that makes sense. And we as a collectors get to pass on that torch as well. There's torches to every single one of you, to continue the legacy of Polly Pocket, to continue that love for your children, for your grandchildren, and to show like what, to pass on what Chris did for his daughter. Chris passed on this legacy to his daughter, and the same goes to us. We get to pass on this legacy to our children and say, this is something that was so superb in a way that blessed millions, if that makes sense. So so we're gonna stand together. We're gonna shut down. I'm not gonna let any sales posts go up. Any other posts besides honoring Chris will not be allowed. We are going to stand together. David took today off just so we can do this video because of how impacting it is. Like I cried on the other video. I think I'm a little bit more calm now in my thoughts and my emotions. But it's so. It's detrimental. It's going to change the industry for sure, because he is the creator of what we love.
And there's something that I want to say that I was thinking as we were having this discussion, is that we talk so much about the heart of Polly, and the more that I'm thinking about it, I think that the heart of Polly is really the heart that Chris had when he made an incredible toy for his daughter.
Yeah.
And now, because of him, I'm sitting here with my daughter. I had to run outside and see the cool bug that they were all shouting and staring at in the backyard, and to just encourage everybody to carry that heart, to realize that Polly Pocket is more than, she's not just a small plastic doll. She's the face of a community that cares about each other,
Yeah.
and to carry that on. And Kate is going to see this, and
Yes.
so
Oh, yes. That was the other thing. So,
we asked.
So the other thing is, this video will be on my channel, and we're gonna change the title to Chris Wiggs passing away, but she is gonna be able to read your guys' comments. So those of you who want to leave something for her family, who want to say thank you, Chris, for whatever it is, like for your invention, for your what you have done in my family, she'll be able to see this, and I know that it'll bless her heart just to hear the outpour of the community. So after the video is live, you guys have an opportunity to go into the regular comments, not the live chat. So don't comment here in the live chat, comment on the actual video itself, and that's where Kate will be able to read all the comments. We're going to share the video with her and let her know, like, we did the best that we could to honor and celebrate your dad for the community, so we can bring the news to them. And then she'll be able to read them, she'll be able to share with her family. And yeah, we just ask that you stand with us, because this is a huge loss for our community.
Yeah, and then also in standing with us, unfortunately, just as the nature of things, when someone passes away, or when somebody's nearing the end of their life, and they have their legacy can start to be misconstrued by people who don't know. And there's been some things going around about different key figures in the Polly Pocket community, and we just ask that if you ever have any questions about if something is factual or that there are claims that are being made, please reach out to Julie.
Yeah.
We stand. I know I speak.
We stand for the true legacy.
We stand for the truth, and not just us.
Yeah.
We stand with Maud Campbell, who cares. She has the heart of Polly. She has done incredible work in researching for her book and breaking the story on the New York Post today about the passing of an incredible man. We stand with Barbara Evans, who has done so much to preserve the legacy of Polly Pocket. Yes. We stand with Kate, who has the ultimate heart of Polly and the heart of her dad, that goes on with her and that continues to bless us all. And we ask that you guys just honor and respect the legacy and who Chris was, and who
the fact that him and Torquil Norman came together to create this toy for us. So we stand also with Torquil Norman's family as well. And I know this is going to be devastating for those who got to work with Chris personally. So we stand with those who knew his life and how he impacted so many people. I don't know what else there is to say, you guys.
Except probably.
And I'm sorry to bring this news to you today. And thank you for those of you who were waiting alongside us while we were waiting for the New York Post to drop. They had some complications with the artwork. So, yeah, but again, you can read it. Go to the New York Post, look up Polly Pocket or Chris Wiggs, and you'll be able to read the whole thing. It's really awesome. And I will make sure that if you guys want to leave a comment for Kate, comment again once this video goes. I will make sure that David does not delete it. And then we will, you guys can comment on the actual post itself. And then for those of you who are watching later, thank you so much for watching all the way till the end. In case you guys are a little bit confused about the history, Chris Wiggs was the inventor and creator of the Polly Pocket toy line. He created the first compact for his daughter, Kate Wiggs, and then finally brought it into full capacity in 1989, where him and the Bluebird toys, specifically Torquil Norman, because he was the one who owned the company Bluebird Toys, and they brought that toy to life in 1990, which is incredible. So as you guys know, that toy took off. Mattel now owns it, and they are doing some incredible collaborations because it is going to be Polly Pocket's 35th anniversary this year. So check out all the collabs, you guys. It's going to go wild. Like with this new nuance of the collaboration.
New generation too, who's discovering.
It is. You guys are rediscovering your love for Polly. I'm getting messaged every day by people like, oh my gosh, the collab is so pretty, da-da this, da-da that. And people want it who never really collected a Polly Pocket, but because it's so nostalgic and it's iconic, it literally is an iconic toy. They're reliving these memories. So with that, we had a huge loss to the community, the vintage Polly Pocket collector community, but because of his legacy, we get to be honored in being able to still be here and reconnect and try to connect collectors all over the world and see how we can build up this vintage toy line to be what it could be. So the future is bright, and Chris didn't leave us with nothing. He left us with an incredible story and an incredible legacy to honor. So we're just honored that we got to bring you guys the news and be one of the first people to be able to speak about it, specifically because Kate said to share, or she asked me to share. So I said, okay, I will. So I just want to say, Kate, our hearts go out to you. We love you and your family. We're praying with you. We stand with you. And I know that you know that if anything, we could do anything, we will do it. So I will wait to talk to you. And I will let the community know when we will take a day of silence to honor Chris's memory.
And Kate, I can't imagine what you're feeling right now, but I just wanted to say thank you because of what your dad did for you. I get to share fun moments of chasing around my daughter trying to get into her stuff. And your dad blessed me, and you have blessed me.
Yes.
And so we thank you to everybody who's been involved with Polly Pocket, who's carrying the torch forward of creativity, smiles, squiggles, and just the general good ruckus that we're meant to have.
All right, so if you guys want to leave any kind of comments, we're going to go ahead and turn this video off, and then go ahead and into the regular comments on the video and leave a comment, and we'll make sure that Kate gets it. Specifically right now, I know that it'll bring her family lots of joy in a time that is hard, you know. So if you care about them and you want to leave something, definitely, okay? All right, guys, thank you so much.